going to go in and win 3 out of 4 in Fenway. Unlikely. But they win one. They play very competitively in 3 of the 4 games. And actually, they had a lead in the game that they ultimately got blown out in. They had the lead early. Very competitive games in Boston. Swept the Toronto Blue Jays. You lose 3 games right out of the break to with the trade deadline looming, to the worst team in the league, and you get swept, and that's what opened the floodgates. It's like,
absolutely,
it's not going to happen. Cleveland is a very good team,
and
we just came out and laid an egg. It's okay. We have to move on here. I mean, it's simple as that.
And I know the front office is going to take a huge amount of heat from fans who are invested in this season and this team and these personalities. The reality is, this is on the players. If Polanco doesn't get a drug suspension, if Sano performs the way he should perform, if Buxton performs well and stays healthy, if Kepler does what he should do as a full-time player, if Dozier had played better, if Logan Morrison had performed better, if Lance Lynn had performed better, if the players had done their jobs to, somewhat optimal levels, well, Frank, they would be close to first place in the division.
Well, absolutely right. That's absolutely right. And the big cloud that's hanging over all of this is that the organization doesn't know what they have in Buxton and Sano anymore. That's the big cloud. And I would tell you this, if Buxton and Sano are not going to be the players that they thought, it's a 5-year reset, and you better start getting players.
Yeah.
You better start stocking the minor leagues with players, and you better not wait till, Brian Dozier no longer has trade value, or he's making so much money you can't get somebody else when Buxton and Sano don't work out. Now, I don't think that's the case. I think Buxton and Sano are going to be fine long term after all is said and done, after they get through all of this stuff. But in looking at how we're going to make the organization better here before the trade deadline, should we stand pat? They don't know what they're standing pat with.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I thought about that, and I think I even mentioned that on our show here before. If I'm Falvey and Levine, I mean, I wouldn't want to be in this situation. I don't know what to do necessarily about my center field position and my third base position.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm thinking, okay, do I sign my second baseman, who's a terrific player and is getting on in years, and then what? Mm-hmm. What if we go through that, we don't make any other deals, we get through this year, we don't win, we start next year with a player that's 1 year older, and we still don't know about Buxton and Sano. It's a it was a tough situation, and my fervent hope is that of the 11 players they got in return for the players they traded away, that they there's 3 or 4 nuggets in there that are going to be terrific players for years to come, and that even more importantly, Buxton and Sano, who were those guys that 2 of those 11 type guys back 5 years ago, that they figure it out. I mean, that's the most important thing.
Absolutely. I want to thank WhizKids.tech, WHIZ Kids.tech. If you have a business that needs help with your technology, they are the place to go. Again, another cool Minneapolis bred and born business. They are a full spectrum managed service provider. They act as your chief technology ally. They explore your organization's concerns, provide strong technology recommendations that are in your best interest and address your needs. And, if you go to their website and check out some of their information, they can tell you they have 98% client satisfaction. They have 100% help with inbound help desk calls answered by a live person during business hours. They mentor your managed service provider. And listen, I'm not an expert in any of this stuff. That's why they exist, because people like me are not experts in this stuff. They can help you out with any of your business technology. WhizKids, WHIZKIDS.tech.
Hello, Minnesota sports fans. This is Michael Thanner, founder and CEO of WhizKids. WhizKids is a Minneapolis-based managed IT, hosted VoIP, and cloud services provider. Businesses today require fast response times, skilled support staff, clear communication, and technology recommendations that align with their business goals. At WhizKids, we do this each and every day with our clients. When you call into our help desk for support or work with one of our higher-level engineers on a complex issue, you'll find our staff personable and ready to roll up their sleeves to help you solve your technology problems. Reach out to WizKids today to find out how we can help your business meet your technology goals. Visit us online at WizKids.tech. That's WizKids.tech. WizKids, make it happen.
So what did you think about the trading, not even the trading deadline, but the trading month in baseball? Who impressed you? What jumped out at you?
Well, so back to big picture again, right? We've got the teams that acquired really big names. I mean, I was shocked. I really was. I was surprised. Big names change teams.
Yep.
I mean, and it's the first time in a long time we've seen the sheer number of big names, moving around. So who got the big names and who got the minor leaguers, right? The big names were received by the Yankees, and I jotted down the teams that I thought made the biggest impact on their ability to win their division or wild card spot and get into the playoffs and do well. That's what they're trying to position themselves for. Who did well? Yankees, Red Sox, Indians in the American League, and the National League was really interesting. 4 teams: Pirates, Dodgers, Brewers, and Braves, all did really great, made great moves. How were they able to do that, and why would one or two guys make this kind of potential impact? 2 reasons: because those teams have done the best job, obviously, with either their draft system in their minor leagues and or making the same kind of trades the Twins just made, and they had enough prospects to help them get to where they are now, and then and move forward from there, and continue to get those guys. So you look at the Yankees; they got Jay Happ and Zach Britton. The Yankees versus the Red Sox, going to be a fantastic yes. Race down to the wire. Red Sox and Yankees both can swing the bats. The Red Sox, I felt like, had the edge in pitching. The Yankees go out and get one of the best relievers in the game in Zach Britton, and a very capable starter in Jay Happ. And whatever you think about Lance Lynn, he's a capable big league pitcher at some point, to help somebody. So that how are the Yankees able to get those kind of guys? They went from being old to young quickly through their minor league system and some really terrific trades that they made, trading more veteran guys and getting youngsters, and their system still looks strong. Red Sox the same way. The Red Sox went out and got Ian Kinsler. I have a pretty strong feeling that the Red Sox and the Brewers were looking at Brian, and the Dodgers were looking at Brian Dozier. I think it went right down to the wire because there were offers being floated around. The Twins took what they thought was the best one. As soon as that happened, Red Sox said, okay. They went and got Ian Kinsler. With Dustin Pedroia questionable. They're playing Nunez and Holt at short and second. This puts Kinsler in there. He's a pull hitter. That Fenway Park is going to be perfect for him. He's a terrific defensive player still, even at an advanced age. They just put a very top flight player in the one position where they needed help. And it goes on and on like this. The Indians got Brad Hand. Andrew Miller goes down. They're not sure. Well, let's go out and get the next best left-handed reliever that there is in the game, right? How are they able to do that? They're a young team too, and they've had their organization is stocked, and they look strong for a long period of time now, and they're able to just go out and get that one guy. Twins aren't in a position. Twins are trying to get to the point where when Buxton and Sano become outstanding players, when Kepler becomes who we think he is, Polanco, all these young kids become more established players. You get some help from the minor leagues. All these guys they've been stockpiling start coming to be becoming big league players. Then you can go get somebody like who we're talking about to put you over the hump. There wasn't one guy who was going to put this team over the hump. There wasn't 2 guys, and they didn't have anybody to trade if there were, right? Other than Brian. So that you look at Brian's trade value right now? They got Forsythe and 2 minor leaguers, and that was the best deal that they could get. I mean, so we have to temper our thoughts about what Brian's value is, to the Twins or to somebody else just by who they got in return. Just briefly, Pirates got pulled off the coup of the probably of the whole year, getting Chris Archer. It just an all-star caliber starting pitching to go with 3 young guys that they've got. They're making a run at that division, and they got Keone Kela from the Rangers as a closer. All of a sudden, that jumps them right into the fold. How were they able to do that? They've done the best with their minor league system, and here they are. Dodgers got Machado and Dozier now playing up the middle. Rental players, maybe, but couldn't get 2 better players for the last 2 months of the season trying to put them into the World Series. I think great gamble, and they could, with that money they have out there, they could sign one or both of them, after the year is over. Brewers got made 2 great deals, got Moustakas and Jonathan Scope to play third and second. All of a sudden, they look even stronger. And then the Braves got a starting pitcher and a relief pitcher of quality, Gausman and O'Day from the Orioles. The Braves are in first place in their division. They just added a quality starter and a quality reliever. So the strong just got stronger, and the reason they were strong in the first place, the draft has been good. The trades that they've made to get young players have been good. The proof of the pudding for the Twins will be not, was this the right decision to let 4 guys go and get 11 young players in return? The proof that whether this was the right decision is if those players turn out to be anything.
Right.
If they don't, if none of them make it, then the Falvey and Levine era will probably be over. We'll know that in 4 or 5 years.
Yep, that's blunt and true. Absolutely. Hey, by the way, if you'd like to sponsor this program along with our great current sponsors or any shows on the network, you can reach me at jsouhan47@gmail.com. We love working with local businesses. And also a few live shows coming up. We're recording this on a Wednesday morning during the Cleveland series. Saturday at 3 o'clock at Mississippi Pub in Inver Grove Heights. Very short trip from Vikings training camp. We'll run the Viking Update show, so stop by there before you head over to the late afternoon Vikings practice. And next Wednesday, the 8th, 5:30 at Delano's Pizza, downtown Minneapolis on 4th Street. The Russo Suhan Show. We've been packing the place. And then August 15th at 6 o'clock at Free House in the North Loop, the Cheryl Reeve Show at 6 o'clock. Come early for happy hour. Also get a space because that place has been selling out. I think Roy's show would be perfect for a downtown business. Maybe kind of a lunch businessman special type deal where he can talk about baseball, business, music, whatever you want. Again, email me at jsouhan47@gmail.com if you'd like to work with us. We do appreciate it. Any other big picture baseball stuff you want to get to, or should I ask you, what are you going to be watching closely on the Twins Major League roster for the next 7-8 weeks?
I'm going to watch Miguel Sano day by day, at bat by at bat, pitch by pitch, getting trying to get better and better. What I've seen so far, I've really liked.
What have you liked exactly from what you've seen from him?
He's taken a little bit more time to watch the ball. Yeah. He's gotten beat on some fastballs, which I love. I love that. Show me a guy that can't get jammed, and I'll show you a crappy hitter, right? And it looks like so far he's hit a double down toward the label a little bit, where a fastball got in on him, but he was strong enough to hit a double. He lined out to right field when a good fastball got in on him last night, but he wasn't jumping out there too quick, and he also got a hanging breaking ball off of Trevor Bauer last night that he ripped into against the left center field fence. He's waiting longer. He's starting to try to identify pitches a little bit better and trusting his talent. I just hope he continues that. That's a really important sign. I was really hoping to be able to watch Buxton the rest of the year. He's had a wrist setback again, injured wrist down in AAA. So, we'll wait to see. I'm just waiting to see the progress of the young players. It's the whole future for this Twins organization, starting with Buxton, Sano, and then through Kepler, Rosario being able to finish off this year. the way that's close to the way he started as possible. Mitch Garver showing